Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Ramon with the Rhodesian Connection. All right, so it's been a while since I talked about anything going on with Turkey, and I've got some fresh news that I would like to share with all of you. So this is regarding all my subscribers who are expats, foreigners, or people even looking to move to Turkey. So we're going to talk about citizenship first. Now, if you are not aware of it already, Turkey, you can get citizenship in a number of ways. But the one we're going to talk about is purchasing properties to get citizenship. And in order to do that, you have to spend $400,000 or more in terms of property. Now, the good news is that you could purchase property anywhere in Turkey. You do not have restrictions. So some people think that you're allowed to purchase properties only in neighborhoods that are open to foreigners. That is not true. You can purchase properties anywhere. So I went down to immigration just to verify, and this is what I found out. If the property is closed to foreigners, but you're coming in to purchase as a citizen, there is no closure for you. You can get a property in the closed areas. Those closed areas are meant only for anybody coming into Turkey to get a residence card. And those properties, if it reaches the 20% maximum, which is what foreigners, the Turkish government allows foreigners to stay as 20% capacity. Those are closed only to people who are applying for residency. Right, so in terms of citizenship, this is not applicable if you want to purchase anywhere in Turkey, whether it be Istanbul, Mersin, Antalya, wherever in Turkey. If the neighborhood is closed, but you want to buy the property for your $400,000 worth of property, anywhere is open for you. Now, if you have any questions, guys, regarding the citizenship, other programs that you can come in for citizenship, I'll be more than glad to, answer those questions. I'll just give you just a quick overview. Another way to get citizenship is if you have a resident card, not the tourist card, because people don't know the difference. If you do a rental and you got an ikamet or the residence card, this is not a real residence card. It's a tourist card, which means that if you try to use this card to get your citizenship after 5 years, you would not be accepted. You have to own a property. So if you were here before 2022 and you purchased something, before May 2022, then you could own a property that's $10,000 worth in USD. And you could still, after 5 years of owning this property, you could apply for citizenship. Guys, you have to purchase a property that's $75,000 worth, all right? And with this, you can use it to apply for the resident card. Once you get your residence card, that date for the 5 years starts from the point of the starting date of your resident card. And then on your 5th year, you can apply for citizenship, but the only caveat over here is going to be that you would have to do a test in Turkish. So guys, if you've lived here for 5 years, come on, you're gonna have to know some Turkish. All right, so at least if you know 20%, that would be fine to pass this test. So that's another way of getting a citizenship. Now let's move on to residency. All right, guys, the ikamet. For everyone who's coming into Turkey as of right now, this is, we're talking about right now, October 2022. Things have changed drastically all over Turkey. If you try to get a resident card or the foreigner, like the touristic card through renting a place, then for the most part, 99% of people are rejected immediately. There are just two groups of people that, fortunately for them, they're very lucky. That's the Russians and that's the Ukrainians. This is because of the conflict that's going on right now. The Turkish government has opened the doors for them only to get the rental lease, residence permits. and they'll get those for a maximum of 1 year. All right. So if you are from anywhere else in the world, unfortunately, guys, you're gonna have to buy. All right. So these are the new rules. So don't waste your money. Don't waste your time trying to get a rental lease. You'll have to pay in advance, for months, and then when you put your application, you're gonna get rejected. So let's just skip that part. For right now, if you've got 75,000 or more income or savings, buy a place. I'm not promoting or anything like that, but I'll tell you one thing. I have lived in Antalya, and Antalya has become really expensive. For the most part, almost most foreigners that come to Turkey, they're looking for a cheaper place, some place that they can get a bigger bang for their buck. And Turkey is one of those places in the world where this is definitely true. But the problem is that in Antalya, prices have shot up so drastically. They're almost on par with European countries and even North American countries. We want to talk about Canada. Canada is in a total ballpark of its own. But it's very comparable to United States, especially if you buy a waterfront property. Now, let's talk about other things which are very important for you guys. Is that there are places in Turkey that are still very attractive. I know a lot of tourists and a lot of foreigners that come to Turkey, they want to be close to the sea. So guys, the reason I talk about Mersin a lot is I'm living here right now. I chose to come here simply because it is far more affordable than where I was before, which is Antalya. I lived in a place called Liman, which is right next to Konyaaltı. So people in Antalya who are familiar with what I'm talking about, you'll know that everything that's on the first line by the waterfront is like almost $1 million USD. All right, so we're talking about 18 to 20 million lira. Whereas in Mersin, we can get places that are on the first line of the sea, and those are going from anywhere from 2.5 to 4 million lira. So that's a significant drop. And with beachfront properties, the price of that property is going to shoot up drastically as more people move in. So this is a good time to come into TJ, to Mersin. I do have a team together. If anyone needs any help with getting a place, they're afraid of finding a realtor, afraid of finding someone who can do the construction or the remodeling, the English, Russian, we speak Spanish. We've got quite a few languages under our belt, and I've got a very good team that is very efficient in what they do. So if anyone needs help in coming to Mersin and seeking a property for the residence card or even for citizenship purposes, you're more than free to reach out to me. I'll be glad to help you in any way I can, right? Eventually, I'll give you a contact number and we can talk directly, and I'll be so happy to meet fellow expats. They can join my group. Like I just mentioned earlier, I have a Telegram group, and eventually once we have a really nice group of expats that have moved here, we will set up even get-togethers where we can, discuss many different things that trouble us and find solutions to everything that bothers you guys as a foreigner. All right, so I've got quite a bit of experience now. We're go-getters. I'm from America, Florida, so we're talking about I don't like to waste time, guys. In Turkey, the only bad thing is that I'm sure some of you guys have come across Turks. They are great people. They're wonderful people, but they like to work only in the afternoon. So for me, I'm one of those people who likes to get the day started early, and so this is something that I can offer you if you ever need my help. Now, guys, very important is that as a resident in Turkey, some people are concerned that the rules that follow, maybe the laws change or some sort of things change regarding foreigners. If you buy a property and you get your residence card with that property, you are grandfathered in. So even if the rules change tomorrow, you can get your e-comment, your residence card, every 2 years, which is the maximum you're allowed to get. And I don't recommend anyone to apply for 1 year. Do the 2 years if you can get it, because this way, you have 2 years in which to deal with it again. And with that, guys, I hope this information has been very useful. And please feel free to write me any comments. I love comments, whether good or bad. Let me know if I missed something. Let me know if you have suggestions. I'll be glad to listen to them. All right, until the next time, guys, this is Ramon with the Rhodesian Connection. Cheers.